Good morning, students. Are you ready to rock? Ready to roll? Good. Let's do a quick review on yesterday. What is in the center of the solar system? What's right smack dab in the middle? Earth? Nope. What is in the center of our solar system? A star? Well, that's correct, but can you give me a more specific answer? What's the name of the star that's in the center of our solar system? Yes, you in the back. That's correct. The sun! The sun is in the middle of the solar system. What's orbiting around the sun? Oh no, I already told you about that word, orbit. I don't hide the big words. You guys know these science words. Orbit means revolving around, rotating around in a path. So just to review yesterday, what's the center of the solar system? The sun. What does orbit mean? Orbit means to spin around something on a path, going the same way around. It is not a complete circle. It could be an oval. It could be a different type of shape, but it is this around motion, okay? And a lot of kids think, oh, it's a perfect circle around. Not really. So let's move on to today. And today is more about why, Mr. Santa Claus, why are you taking my Christmas tree? There's a light bulb that won't light. No. Why do we have to learn about all the solar system stuff? There's a lot of tricky planet names. Well, it's important. We live in a universe, and we got to know where we live and what goes on here. It's very important to learn these things. So one of the essential questions is, why is it important to learn about the solar system? Some people think it's more important than others, but we're going to identify space exploring, learning and going into space, as a way we have learned about the solar system. So what's the reason we send astronauts in outer space? What's the reason we have satellites floating around outer space and astronauts floating around? Why? To learn about the solar system. Learn everything about it. Everything about the planets, about what's up there, what's out there. Can we live on those planets? Can I get married on one of those planets? I don't know. Again? So, let's go on. What do we see when we look up at the sky? You may see the sun, the moon, and the stars. How can you get an even better look at the sky? Well, if I wanted to, I could hop up in the old treehouse. That'll get me closer to the sky, right? Well, it will, but the problem is, we need something even more powerful than being higher up off the ground. Scientists have used telescopes. Telescopes are things that take things really far away, and it helps you look at them really closely. Like if I wanted to look at the moon in the sky tonight, I would use a telescope when it got dark. I wouldn't be near any street lights or anything else. I would be in a darker place looking up, so it would block out all that light. So yeah, scientists use telescopes to look at the solar system. And a telescope makes objects very far away look closer. Scientists have other ways about the solar system too. They send cameras taking pictures and other types of equipment into space, and that collects information. You might have heard the word data. Data is just a fancy word for information. And if we learn more about the solar system, that could help us on Earth, because we're one of the planets in the solar system. Pretty important one too, I might add. So they can also send people to space. What do they call those community helpers that are sent into space? Yes, that's right. Astronauts. Astronauts. What would you like to know about the solar system? Well, do you want to see a really intense scientist looking at a crazy, awesome telescope? Look at this guy. That telescope, that thing looks as big as my kitchen table, even bigger, and it probably goes really high up to the top of the scientist factory. So what does a telescope do? Well, a telescope takes faraway things and makes them look closer. What are some reasons that scientists send astronauts into outer space? We talked about this. They want to learn about something. They want to learn about the solar system and all the planets inside it, the star, the sun and all those planets orbiting the sun. That's why we send people into outer space. That's the reason. We talked about author's purpose. What's the reason an author writes a story? Well, what's the reason we send people, the why question, W-H-Y. Why do we send astronauts to outer space? To learn about the solar system, to get more information. And maybe that information can help us live a more awesome life on Earth. So what are some ways that scientists learn about the solar system? Well, we talked about the telescope. We talked about sending cameras into outer space. Sometimes these things are called satellites. And we also talked about sending people called astronauts into outer space. And that's a pretty important thing. So let me get back to my planets book. And the planets definitely has a lot of information about the solar system. Is this a fiction? Is this a fiction story? Is this fake? Or is this non-fiction? Is this not fake? No, yeah, this is not fake. This is real facts, real information. This is a non-fiction. These are illustration drawings, but they're all true. It's not somebody saying, hey, I made up this really cool story that's going to make you laugh. That's what an author's purpose is, for entertainment. These authors that helped write this story is to give us information about the solar system. So, is it kind of amazing? These are those planets they have. We can't be certain about what life is like behind our solar system. And we're always learning new things. The telescope, scientists confirm that there's a ring, millions of comets surrounding the solar system. Look at all those rocks. It's amazing. We just don't know. Whoa, look at the size of that satellite. Our solar system is part of our universe. And the universe has a never-ending wonder that's puzzled and amazed people for a long time. Someday, with the help of telescopes scientists have sent into space, we can discover new planets. And this caption says, Hubble Space Telescope. That's a pretty serious camera. And in time to come, we will learn more about the mysteries of outer space. The more we learn, the less of a mystery, and the less we'll be wondering and scratching our heads thinking, oh, what's going on up there? I think I just saw a shooting star. What is that? Well, we're going to start getting more answers for that stuff, so we'll feel more comfortable learning about it and discovering all this wonderful information. I hope you guys had a great day. And you know what? Tomorrow is Friday. I'm looking forward to it. It's been kind of a long week, but I hope you guys have a super day. I'll see you tomorrow. What is the acronym that we remember, the sentence we remember to remember the planet names? Do it now. My very excellent mother just gave us nachos. Bang! Nice job. See you next time.